Johnny Gargano, and you are listening to the Bob Culture Podcast.
Hello, I'd like to welcome you to paradise, where everyone is riding on a satellite, sending signals, praying for miracles. We should have seen this coming. Hear me out, because I'm only gonna say this one more time. Hear me out, and open your eyes and take a look at all the signs. You think I'm crazy, but I'm not the only one. Call me crazy. I've been thinking maybe we are not alone. Call me crazy. I've been thinking lately it's been the same way all along.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here live at ISPW with, well, the King of ISPW, the King of Rock himself, former TCW middleweight champion. The list goes on and on. He is the King. I bow to the King. Please welcome the guy who is riding that proverbial wave of momentum right now, our good friend, Mr. Rick Recon. What up, Rick? How are you, bro?
It's good to be on the show, man. It really is. Thank you for taking the time having me on.
He's lying, being very humble right now. Let's talk about it. Mike Johnson, PWI Insider. Bill Apter, man, are you feeling that moment? And thank you for including me in that list, but let's be real, bro. You don't have to put me over. We're putting you over, bro. How's that momentum feeling for you right now?
Yeah, man, it's when you have it, you got to take it. When you get the opportunity, you got to take it, because a lot of people don't do that. Like, they have the opportunity to do it and they don't do it. So listen, they're lined up, stars aligned. It happened, man. You put in the work, and he said, I'm going to take it. Oh, absolutely, I want to be on this. Absolutely, I want to take this interview. Y'all, I'm going to make the time. I'll make it work. That's what people don't do that. They go, no, I'll make it work on my schedule. No, you make it work and you make it happen. That's how this has got to work, period.
Yeah.
So I'm, man, stoked, humbled isn't even a word, honestly.
You're killing it, bro. It's so cool to see. And it's like little things. Like, I've been a fan of your career for what? Like the past almost 3 years now, man. Watch you here in New Jersey, New York, man. And I love seeing people, and I'm not just saying that, man, right? Like, I love seeing people get that opportunity, AEW Dark. But right now in ISPW, you are being managed by a guy who's one of the all-time greats in my field, the journalist Dave LaGreca right now. What's it like working with Dave and him putting you over on Busted Open all the time, bro?
I'm going to tell you, it's really surreal, because, like, a guy that's at that kind of a level, like, he doesn't have to. He really doesn't. But he's taken an interest in me and a liking to me, and I really like him. I love working with him. He loves this business. He loves the business, and when you have that sort of love for this business, it's passion, and like-minded people end up coming together. So I really feel that was a big part of it, and a lot of it, you know, I'm going to throw the shout out to Tommy Fierro, ISPW, because he's the one who hooked it up. He said, you know, I'm going to put you with Dave for the night, and we're going to see what happens. And obviously it happened.
Money.
Boom. That was it, man. We're off to the races.
And you beat me to my next question, man, but let's put over Tommy a little bit. He's given me a lot of opportunity, given Vicki a lot of opportunity as well. But let's be real, man, and I always say this on the show very openly. Like, I feel like a lot of promoters sometimes kind of treat the talent, no disrespect, but like they're action figures and things of that nature. So to me, it speaks volumes when the talent put over the promoters. I've been working with promoters since I was 16 in bands and stuff like that. You put over Tommy all the time.
Always.
Tell us what Tommy means to you.
Dude, Tommy really, I'm going to be very, very candid and very,
Please.
very,
Appreciate that.
A lot of people might not know this, but I was really close to not sure if I was going to continue with wrestling before I met Tommy, because, and it's not a shot on any other promotion. That's not what it was.
Of course.
It's stuff that's behind the curtain, and I'm really not going to bring up. But a lot of that stuff, and it was just like I felt like I really just needed I needed to get a fire lit under my ass. I felt like I was stale. I wasn't sure where I was really going to go with it. Was the grind just grinds you down? And he said, "Hey kid, listen, you come on. You know, here's an opportunity. Come on my show." He saw something apparently, and he just kept giving me opportunities and opportunities and opportunities and. Apparently, I kept delivering, so he said, I'm just going to keep on going. So sometimes that's, again, going back to opportunities You have to take them. And every time he gave me one, I took it. So, and that steamrolled into everywhere else with, TCW, Excite Wrestling, and now it's the Super 8 that's coming up. Like that, the opportunity was there, take it. So honestly, that was it's all momentum, and you got to just keep on going. So but that was then, man, right when I showed up here.
Shout out Tommy, and even the little things like the cons, the Jersey Mike signings, like he elevates you guys with that stuff.
Oh,
it's
absolutely.
amazing to see. But Recon, we got to talk shop here, man. I'm impartial, bro. I got to call it like it is. I psychoanalyze these situations. You got Dave in your corner, but you're taking on arguably in the biggest match of your career, that man over there, the innovator of violence himself, Tommy Dreamer. Big match tonight. Now you have Dave in your corner. Dave's been kind of mixed up with Tommy and Bully over on Impact. Obviously, he works with him nearly on a daily basis over at Busted Open. Yeah. Psychoanalyzing the situation, man. I'm not saying Dave's going to turn on you or anything crazy like that. You guys are good guys. But do you take that into account, that friendship that he has with Tommy, going into this match? How do you prepare?
I mean, you could take that into account, but if you're gonna go down the paranoia rabbit hole, you're never gonna get out of it.
Yeah, fair.
So to be honest, it's just you just got to go into it, and you have to have a certain level of trust. And yeah, listen, I got my head on a swivel, believe me. But Dave has been there. He's never shown a bit that he's going to do it. He continues to put me over on his show, on Busted Open. He continues to be in my corner every time, no matter what, thick and thin, win, lose, draw, doesn't matter. He's always there. So honestly, I don't see that happening. I really don't. If anybody is going to not call it down the middle, it might be Danny Morrison being the special guest referee. Now, I'm not.
It's a friendship, right?
Yeah.
Good call.
Listen,
you did your homework.
He has got a friendship. He's best friends with Tommy Dreamer, and listen, he burned a lot of bridges in his time as champion. He might have turned it around. He might have gone back to a code of honor, but it's still there, man. So it's still that in the back of your head. So you just got to pay attention to him. If anybody you got to pay attention to, it's Danny.
An interesting dynamic there, man. I will say this. I appreciate you and Dave coming in, helping out Vicki when she got dropped by Bull James. I'm going to write a strongly worded letter. You'll take care of him for me.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
I appreciate that, man.
Oh, yeah,
I see what you guys are doing. Rick, I want to be respectful of your time. I know you got to get ready for a match, but I do got to ask you this. Another big opportunity for you, Super 8. You know the history of the ECPW Super 8 tournament, man. How does it feel to be selected with the likes of Jay George, so many great talent, and what would it mean to you to go all the way and get that trophy to win the men's Super 8?
The Super 8, dude, the Super 8 is the gold standard of independent professional wrestling tournaments. It is the bucket list of any independent talent that's ever been in the business, especially on the East Coast. It is the measuring stick. It is a night you have to, if you're going to go to the finals and you're going to win, you have to wrestle 3 different times and win 3 different times against 3 different opponents. You have to be the Iron Man that night to do it. Now, I've done that before. King of ISPW. I mean, and listen, the guys that I beat are no slouches either.
Big roster here,
I
yeah.
mean, LSG, Alpha Jr., and Danny Morrison.
Say no more.
And Danny Morrison, I mean, he got a bye because his opponent ended up getting hurt, so I still won. So that's
he was fresh,
yes,
yeah.
and I was the Iron Man that night. So I've done this before. I've been there before. So honestly, I feel that just the overall momentum going into this is going to carry me far, and I'll do anything to make it to the finals and to hold that trophy. Because you get that trophy, that symbolizes you are a Super 8 champion, and that a lot of times that is just the absolute match that sets the fire. That sets off the rocket.
That's it, man. You're riding that wave very carefully. You're doing a great job. Mr. Recon, you got a big match tonight, but before we get out of here, tell everyone where they can follow you, get the merch. We got awesome T-shirts over there, 8x10s. How can they follow you?
All right, man. Hit the Twitter machine. Follow me. That's the one we got to bring up. We got to bring up Twitter. That's where it's at, man. Rick Recon 1. Instagram, Rick_Recon. That's where you can find me. ProWrestlingTees.com/RickRecon, my merch, or RickRecon.com. I have my own website, so go to it. Go hit it up.
Mr. Recon, a lot of big opportunities. Big continued success to you, man. Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Rick Recon, guys, we out.